And hello everybody, welcome on to the very first episode of Assassin's Creed Rogue. Yet another game that I have absolutely zero experience with. But, you know, we're excited to see just where it happens to bring us. So, without further ado, let's just jump right on in. Ooh, the snow? Ubisoft presents.
Stay my blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight. Never compromise the Assassin Brotherhood. These are the tenets of the Creed, the principles I used to live by. I was a young man then. The 7 Years' War was about to begin. I could not have imagined what the future had in store for me, nor the cost I would choose to bear. My name is Shay Patrick Cormac. This is my story.
Okay, bet. Off the get-go, already killing an assassin, at least a little bit different. Terms.
Well, we won't lack for firewood at least.
As what, you know, our Kenway friend did.
Admit it, I nearly had you.
Nearly counts for nothing, Shay. And besides, no. That was just luck.
I make my own luck, Liam.
You've been saying that for years, but you're precious little to show for it. Or have you been spending it all getting out of trouble?
Well, you know, trouble just follows me around.
Let's head back.
Speaking of.
Come on. Captain Deliver André and his crew must have run into some trouble.
So let me double check real quick.
Meeting with smugglers would lead to no good.
I still don't understand
No,
why
why
you
it
can't
feels
tell me what
choppy.
we're doing here.
Because Chevalier decided not to tell you.
I thought we were friends, Liam.
We are. But this is business. It doesn't concern you, Shay.
Talk about throwing some shade around, am
Am I
I
going
right?
too fast for you?
I'm just keeping an eye on you, in case you fall down and hurt yourself.
It feels weird. It doesn't feel like it should be this choppy. We'll figure it. We'll fix it at some point at least. It's always the fun part with doing any sort of recording or anything like that, is just like constantly having to kind of mess with stuff and just see what we can get to. I set the default and then we do that. However, I want it to be on borderless window if I can.
Hurry. We best not keep Chevalier waiting.
Where are those idiots? Don't talk about me like that.
Where the hell were you two?
We're out hunting. What happened here?
My men were attacked by some English sea dogs.
Why, Captain Joseph. Couldn't you fight them all off by yourself like you're always saying?
Ooh,
It
taking
is
a bad fight.
Capitaine Louis-Joseph Gauthier, Chevalier de la Vérendrye. And you are dreaming if you think any training could make you into a proper assassin. Do you even know what that means? It means being responsible for an ancient and proud tradition. It means obeying your mentor without question. How else will we ensure freedom for the human race?
Them's pretty words, Chevalier. But I don't feel too free at the moment.
Well then, feel educated. I will teach you some manners, boy.
Nothing like getting into a fight immediately.
Viens, viens.
There we go.
Gentlemen, stop! We got a common enemy, and I reckon he's close.
The Royal Navy attack my vessel and force my men to flee. We are stranded, and what is worse, the smugglers we were supposed to meet have been taken prisoner.
Shay and I'll free those smugglers. You treat your wounded. Take these. You'll need them.
It's like, don't mind if I do. Get ourselves a little geared
Tread
up.
with care, Shay. The Royal Navy will be ready for us. Remember your training. Ready to teach them a lesson?
They don't stand a chance.
Where are your mates now, you bilge rat? Talk before I bash out your brains! Keep an eye out, lads! Their pals are still out there somewhere!
Thank you. There he goes again.
I'm definitely curious to see what we go through in this. Because it is funny for having that being like the intro. Because like, the only thing I really know is just that it's about this guy who happens to be a Templar killer. Or not a Templar killer, an assassin hunter. But it was like the fact that they started off with one of the first objectives being kill the assassin. Like, I think it's a little, like, kind of fun, cheeky way to do that. Ah, Templar graves. Alright. I could get that chest, but it's fine.
Happy hunting, lads! Set her ablaze! Sink that French vessel! Ha ha! Yeah!
Ooh. He's got the dual swords, but he's got a different style than what Conway does too, which is kind of cool. Or Kenway. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Conway. But that is not close to right at all. Oh no, they got guns!
I was saving those fellas for you.
Very thoughtful. Maybe you were not completely useless, Shay.
Speaking of useless, those blockheads won't be needing this vessel anymore.
Okay, I mean, that was a cool choreographed fight scene, though.
Merde. You want her, Shay? She is yours. Now bring me back to my ship.
You heard, Chevalier? This vessel is yours, Shay. Go on. Take the wheel.
Well, looks like it's time for us to get into a shipload of trouble, am I right?
I'm not so certain about their captain, but next to me, you're the most experienced sailor in the Brotherhood, Shay. Besides, we could use another vessel, even this pitiful one.
She's mine, ain't she? My own ship.
Your own pile of garbage, yes?
Ah, with a lick of paint and a few new cannons, she'll look as fine as anything on the seven seas.
Why does
Shall we
this
begin,
game
Captain?
look so weird? I don't know why.
Indeed, mate.
Oh, God, now.
Lass, but she's still afloat. And her name's the Morgan.
Morgan? That silly fairy queen who ruined Merlin, the wise? Oh, she's perfect.
Morgan's an old goddess, queen of war and darkness. She harvests the souls of fallen warriors.
Perfect indeed.
Also, the directional volume is extremely heavy in this.
Let's put the Morrigan to the test, Captain Shay.
Ready for battle, men.
Yeah, I was like, the water, like, why does the water have no detail on it? Didn't this come out after... After Black Flag? Yeah, we'll probably just do this for the moment and then we'll mess with it, like I said, after.
They're tearing her to pieces! Do something!
I'm trying, I promise.
Looks like trouble, sir. Fire! Get the mains free! On your mark, Captain! Bloody
My ship!
It's fine.
Vessel is battle ready after all. I will return to what is left of her gift. It's a long way home. We have repairs to do.
Sing hearty, lads. Chevalier is pleased with us.
Ooh, we made at least someone happy for once.
Now you're ready to sail for the Horn.
Yeah, like you can see the frame rate of the birds in the background. The water is all just like one color
course would
instead
you
of
have
having
me
any
set,
sort of
Shay?
white.
Time to report back to the mentor. Wouldn't you agree?
Wise words, Captain. Wise words.
Assassin's Creed Rogue.
What the hell did you do? It's some kind of dormant virus? Shit. Hang on, I'm getting you out of there.
We love instantly being blamed for things going wrong.
Sorry for the rough exit. Earpiece working, check. You were just an animus. Animus, yes?
Ugh.
You were using it to access a genetic memory file in Helix labeled Shay Cormac? You work for Abstergo Entertainment, remember? Any of this ringing a bell? Your session triggered something bad, and it's affecting the whole building. We need to find your boss. You haven't forgotten your boss, have you? Melanie LeMay, zipper, chipper, overachiever? Here, take your communicator, check it if you got lost. Now let's get out of here. Follow me. Double
I
time.
recognize this place.
This chaos is absolutely your fault, in case you're wondering.
Our safety drills. Everything is gonna be okay, guys. Stay.
This is not a test.
What the hell is happening?
A file labeled Shay Cormac was booby-trapped with some kind of virus.
Your job is to prevent things like this.
We need to contain these genetic memories, then we can destroy them.
No. Isolate them. I want to study these memories.
But
With respect, Miss LeMay, this is not a request.
You heard the man.
fine.
I need to borrow your numbskull. That okay with you, Ms. LeMay?
Hey there, this might seem a bit weird, but you're gonna work for contractors we hired to, you know, upgrade our security. Mr. Otto Berg and Miss Violet DaCosta.
Call me Violet.
I have to go check on our people and prepare a statement for the press. Do whatever they tell you to do, okay? Go team!
Ooh, yeah, good team.
Technically, you're not responsible for this, but you're the one who let the virus out, so I think it's only fair you help me clean it up. Mr. Berg wants us to relive Shay's genetic memories. To do that, we need to access them from Helix. But the Helix is down. We'll have to reboot the main servers in the basement.
Well, I was thinking, like, seems a little forced, but okay. Tab the document 1. Fraser to Aidan Sinclair, Victoria Beau, Melanie LeMay, Arno Dorian. Hi, Robert. You come highly recommended, and I'm thrilled to have you in our studio. I'm putting to work on a special project for me. Your subject is Arno Dorian. His story takes place during the French Revolution. I want you to explore every avenue of his life that you can. Goal is to have a new blockbuster to present to Abstergo Brass next year. As such, this is super classified. Your direct supervisor will be Aidan Sinclair, CC'd. You can only discuss the project with Aidan or myself. As you'll probably be logging some overtime in your animus, I have a mandatory weekly meeting with our psychiatrist, Dr. Beau, CC'd, to make sure you're not suffering from any bleeding effect. Welcome to Abstergo Entertainment, don't let me down. Okay.
Man, whoever designed this virus is a genius. Not only does it restrict our access to the cloud, it's adapted to fuck up the other operating systems that regulate building functions. Melanie, the elevators are out of commission. Are we stuck on this floor?
Damn, yes. I'll get a repair crew on site ASAP.
There's a working area server on this floor. I guess it'll have to do for now.
Agent DaCosta, I want regular updates on your progress with Shay's genetic memories.
Why? He's just a nobody as far as I can tell.
If Shay Cormac is who I suspect he is, then this temporary setback may provide us with an unexpected reward. Proceed to the server room on this floor.
Alright, I really just gotta figure out why it's not. Like, that's funny for ocean quality being high and then it looks plain. Did it actually save that? Maybe because we have it, I'll just set to... Oh, hold on. No, I want you on as well. Maybe? Seems like that did something a little bit better. It's not as choppy, at least at the moment.
Wireless signal? Great. That means you can still access systems. Go ahead and patch me into their feed. Once you restore the server, I'll connect your Animus workstation back to Helix. In theory, if you align the beams to segments of the core, it should solve the problem. But here's where it gets tricky. You have to move the circles in such a way that each segment is powered by a beam. The keyword here is each. One beam and one beam only per core segment, okay? Once everything is lit up properly, the system will reboot. Got it? Give it a shot.
Always love being talked to, like, extremely condescendingly like that.
The core wasn't too complex, but rebooting the advanced hardware in the rest of the building will require more work.
The assassins would have you believe that Al-Mualim was a great mentor who became corrupted with greed, and that he schemed with the Templars to acquire an apple of Eden.
Which he
I see
did.
instead a shrewd and cunning leader. A man who used his best assassin, Altair ibn Lahad, to eliminate his conspirators in order to keep the apple for himself, so that he could use it to enforce world peace. While it must be stated unequivocally that Al-Mualim was not a Templar, it is interesting to me that his vision of peace was more in line with Templar philosophy than assassin. In the past, both sides had the same goal, that of peace. Our only difference was how we chose to achieve it. Had Al-Mualim not been killed by Altair and allowed to carry out his plan, perhaps we would not be fighting now. It was only after Altair reformed the Brotherhood with its new ideals of free will that the conflict truly escalated and spread across the planet. For if the so-called wise man of the mountain can see things from our point of view, surely the same can be said for other assassins.
Okay, so I'm not sure you're supposed to see that. You should just get back to your Animus.
You know what? Sure thing, boss.
You could, in theory, restore your co-workers' workstations if you feel like being helpful. And you could, in theory, find some more digital goodies if you feel like being sneaky.
I mean, who doesn't enjoy feeling like being sneaky?
By the elevator? If you see any tech lying around like that, grab them. There might be a clue as to who did this.
Now that you have unlocked Shay Cormac's memories, we stand on the brink of a grand discovery. I know you won't have questions about your new assignment, or about me. For now, all I will say is that Shay's story contains the answers. Shay will lead you to a greater understanding.
Huh. See, that's one thing I love is just puzzles, honestly.
Following the Great Purge of 2000, William Miles became the de facto leader of the Assassins. A cunning and ruthless strategist, he trained several agents who infiltrated Abstergo, including Clay Kazmarek and Lucy Stillman. In late 2012, I captured William Miles in Cairo and delivered him to Warren Vidic in Rome. Miles' son, Desmond, attacked Abstergo, killed Vidic and Master Templar Daniel Cross. He fled to a First Civilization temple in New York. On December 21st, Desmond Miles was killed inside the precursor structure. The grieving William Miles went underground and left the Brotherhood in the hands of Gavin Banks. Banks led a small team across the globe, attempting to rebuild assassin cells. We have confirmed sightings in Kyoto, Moscow, and Paris. Miles resurfaced in late 2013, and we have confirmed his involvement in the infiltration of Abstergo Entertainment Montreal by the assassins Sean Hastings and Rebecca Crane. Both Miles and Banks remain at large. Agent Acosta has tasked the Akashic satellite Plexus to sweep the planet for traces of assassin activities. We have yet to locate them.
Okay. Also kind of fun that so now we actually get a chance to see some of the stuff from, you know, Abstergo and like the whole Templars perspective, which I think is interesting. I don't know how to say this politely, so please don't think this is anything personal or reflection of your work. You're a star, but I think doing an entire virtual feature about Lorena Torres is the single most boring pitch that's ever come across my desk. Sorry. Sad face. Tough.
Nice find. If it was me, I'd snoop to see if there's any juicy stuff on it, but I might be a terrible person.
I mean, you've been rude and condescending so far, so like... Hey, you know what? Maybe she's cool. Ooh, cool. Far Cry 3. So I wonder... That probably means this was released before... Far Cry 4 then? Because I don't actually know what the time frame of release is, but then you've got... I think that bluish one underneath of it has to be Ghost Recon? Like Ghost Recon Advanced Warfare or something like that? And then I can see Splinter Cell at the very bottom, I think. Again, all Ubisoft properties, they just kind of sneak it in over places and always find fun. Oh, okay. Because sometimes the rings are positioned in a way that they can't shoot through one another.
Haytham Kenway remains a controversial figure for me. I have great respect for him. After all, he was the Grand Master of the Colonial Rite, charged with finding a precursor site. Haytham was cunning and ruthless, but he had a streak of emotional weakness that ultimately triggered his downfall. He lost his father when he was a child, and the British Grand Master Reginald Birch raised him to become a Templar Knight. Haytham eventually learned that his father, Edward, had been an assassin. That he chose to stay a Templar, rather than follow in his father's footsteps, indicates to me that he believed he was already on the right path. When Haytham discovered that Birch was the one who murdered his father, he and his sister killed him in revenge. I believe this was the beginning of his downfall. Templars kill for efficiency, not petty emotions. When he discovered that his son Connor was an assassin working against him in the colonies, the same emotional weakness stayed his blade. A pity Connor did not show him the same mercy.
It's so funny because it's like instantly turning into like, let me look at the lore. Just because I think this stuff is interesting and I think it's I think it's fun to get to see all the extra stuff, you know? It's like they put it here for a reason. Might as well partake in the joys of figuring out just what is going on, and even if it's just extra tidbits about like what anything means. There you go. What do we got for this one?
Hey, boss. Calling from Germany?
Yes, I am in Essen, searching for an artifact called the Ankh of Isis. Can you tell me anything about it?
Give me a minute to fire up my machines here. Okay. Not much. There's an obscure file from the data dump scanner that mentions it. It was allegedly 14th century Germany, where an assassin named Lucas Zergberg fought a Templar offshoot called the Brothers of the Cross. How original.
That's the file that led me to this bland shit pile. Is there anything else? Anything outside of Abstergo official records?
Nobody's ever seen the thing. There's all kinds of stories about its history, from Roman Gallia, Egypt during the Middle Ages, and even a cell of modern-day assassins. Oh, and it apparently raises the dead.
Is there any evidence to support this?
None at all. You know what I think? I think this is bullshit the assassins are spreading around so that people like us waste our valuable time sniffing after it. Smells like a trap.
Agreed. Keep an eye out for new information about the Ankh. While it may not lead to an artifact, we may be able to follow the data back to some assassins.
You got it, boss. Where are you off to next?
Cuba. I'm going to excavate the observatory.
Oh. The infamous observatory that we spent all of last game chasing, it seems. I believe. Could be wrong, but again, I think the one fun part about actually like having a chance to have... You have a name on here, bucko? No? Okay. I get it, you don't want to be my friend, that's fine. I mean, I can't speak to you anyway, so you know. Say I love you, what can you do? Let's see. So we know boom, boom. And then we're gonna want probably that. And there we go. See, like, I think puzzles like this are a lot more interesting
The
to do
numbskull is
too.
in another Animus session, and I've required caffeine. All is right with the world.
Good.
This isn't really your kind of mission, is it, boss?
Every mission is important in its own way.
Still, I bet you'd rather be out with the rest of the team, hunting Sean Hastings or something.
Wouldn't you?
Hell yeah. I want a front row seat for that show.
Any word from Sorkin?
He's scheduled to update me in 43 minutes.
Good.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
What's it like, using an Animus?
I went through the Animi training program. It felt like the drills we used to do in the UT Jaeger.
You never use a normal Animus like this one? To relive your own genetic history?
Only once.
Really? Who were you?
I was a young man. On the Viking raid on Lindsey Farm.
793, northeastern coast of England. Sorry, history nerd. So, how was it?
It was summer. Good sailing weather. The monastery was a center for religious studies, and we crashed into the city like a tidal wave.
And?
We pillaged and burned. They thought we were demons. The details of the memory were so vivid. I lost myself in the bloodlust. I defeated a Saxon, a great warrior. but did not want to kill him. I invited him to join our clan.
Ah, Norse adoption rituals. The chance to sail the world with the Vikings.
Yes. A chance to see the world as it really is.
What happened then?
He wept. Then he cried out that God had abandoned his people and that nothing remained but chaos. I felt such pity for him. I killed him without a second thought.
After we're done here, are we gonna have to kill the numbskull?
We will see.
Oh, great. Well, I'm sure that doesn't mean me at all, right? They would never want to immediately get rid of me after I've lived out my usefulness. Not the Templars. Okay, because that's where I want to get that, and I bet you probably the rest of this is all locked under time stuff. Alright. Let's hop back into it, shall we? Assassin's Creed Rising Phoenix coming soon, huh? Okay. Also interesting was like, this Animus has been a little bit more lived through. Not as anywhere neatly organized as the other one was. They have a bunch more kind of like pictures, or I guess books and stuff like that. Maybe one day I'll actually take the time to read the Assassin's Creed books. I'll give me my own printer? TM? I don't know. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on in the wonderful world of Assassin's Creed.
It has been a long time.
Achilles.
Adewale, how go things in the West Indies?
Very poorly, I'm afraid.
Your countenance tells me we should discuss this. Come.
Who's our visitor?
That's Adewale. He was a slave who freed himself, and hundreds of his brothers in the West Indies. That man's a living incarnation of the Creed.
I see.
You join me for some practice?
Soon. I've got other business first.
What other business do you got, bestie?
Tell me what happened, friend.
It was terrible, Achilles. The ground shook, and the ocean waves crashed over Port-au-Prince.
How many were lost?
Thousands. No family was left untouched.
I hate to bring up practical matters at a time like this. But did Macandal's man complete his task before the earthquake hit?
I cannot know. Vonredi has not been found. He was a strong Maroon, one of Macandal's best students.
Such a shame. So we cannot know if he found the site.
Indeed. But if there was a temple under the waves, I doubt it is still standing.
And the artifacts that showed the way?
Stolen. The Templars broke in during the chaos. They seized the manuscript and precursor box. That gave chase on the sea, but lost their trail when they reached New York.
We must consider what to do next.
Okay. Nice little background lore stuff.
Looked worried earlier. I heard that Liam's waiting for you. Seen him yet?
I hear Mistress Hope was looking for you.
Dang, everyone's looking for me. Am I that popular? Do you just like loved by everyone?
You are late.
Oh, what did I miss? Only the first hour of training.
We're always training, Kisagawase.
And will continue to do so.
Do not waste your words. Shay abhors improvement as much as cats abhor leashes.
Hey.
A pity. The boy has so much potential. But so little discipline.
All right. All right. What would you have me do?
Well played.
Dang, my man didn't even get to enjoy the tea. Alright, Liam, what can I do
So, what's
for
the
you
challenge
today?
Shooting straight and true. Here, you can use these.
These are yours.
Well, I want you to have half a chance of succeeding. Go on.
Shoot
These
targets.
You can take your time. Not too much. We've more work after this. Reload. Anyone can hit targets standing still. Let's see how you do on the run.
Well,
Come on.
da 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 da. Can I? Ah, we did it. Look at me go.
Well done, Shay. Keep
So
it up.
talented, aren't I?
You're doing all right, Shay. Don't let the others vex you. They mean well, but they'll never show it.
Ah, I mean, fair enough. We'll leave hope for last.
Shay, follow me. It's time you learn to survive in the frontier.
I think I've been managing well enough so far.
Perhaps. But there is more I can teach you.
It's funny because I was immediately like, I was like, I had heard him talking, but I couldn't figure out where he was, and I was just like, I promise I'm not that dumb. But I don't think the void is just talking to me, so. It's interesting to come back here after Assassin's Creed 3 being here, and then 4 not, and then now we're...
It is time for the hunt.
Locate an animal. Okay. Don't mind if I do.
Use all your senses together to find prey.
Alright. All I have to do is just kill the elk.
Killing should not be meaningless. We must use what nature gives us.
Agreed.
Good. Now to use what you have taken from nature.
Oh, cool. Get myself the pistol holsters. Oh. Got a couple different things that are over here. Oh, let's go. We can make ourselves an actual cowboy.
With these, you can keep your pistols close. I hope that you will demonstrate more skill to your other teachers.
Promise I am trying, buddy. If anyone knows about skill, it's me.
It's about time you showed up.
Far be it from me to keep a lady waiting.
I'm no lady here. And don't you forget it. I'm your teacher. And you're better.
Well, some of that is true at least. What will we be doing?
Exploring a myriad ways to end a life. You two! Make yourselves useful and watch Shay. Can you kill without being noticed?
Oh, we can try.
certainly know how to handle yourself.
Oh. I do know how to handle myself. What is the term handle for use with alcohol? Is it like a handle of whiskey?
Nicely.
Hey, there's a joke in there somewhere, right?
Top form, Shay.
Okay, so now all we need to do is kill from a bush. Got a machine head.
Nicely done. I am surprised. You did better than I expected.
Thank you. I try to impress. Something, never leave a lady wanting more, am I right? As per usual, I say things and then immediately, like, why? Why is that? Like I said, if you can't cringe at yourself, you can't enjoy life, I don't think. And boy, howdy, am I enjoying life.
Shay, I hear you've become quite the marksman.
Generous gift. Thank you, Mentor.
My ship awaits, Achilles. The people of Haiti will make good use of your supplies. I trust you will retrieve what has been lost.
Lost?
The Templars stole 2 precious artifacts. A manuscript of ancient wisdom and a box that allows one to understand its language.
I have tracked the Templars as far as this coast, but I fear the rest is up to you, my friend.
Farewell, Adewale. Whoever controls the artifacts can access precursor sites of power. We must recover them, or none are safe.
It's also cool to get to see Achilles before he ends up having problems. And we got the rate this memory feature again. Let's go. I really like this memory. It's gonna be like 20 videos in a row of me just going, I really like this one. Let's see. It's also fun too because I was like, I got a comment of someone saying I like this video, and like part of me just really hopes that it was them, you know, hitting on the same joke. Because if so, I was like, that would just absolutely be a delight. Here's that all things. It's like sometimes just fun to do dumb stuff. Dumb stuff in a silly, like, non-harmful sense, you know?
Where to? Wherever Templar affairs lead us.
Liam, it's not like you to set out without a plan.
A plan or no plan. We choose our own battlefield. And hey, we know most of these when we're at sea.
Right you are. Let's set sail.
Halifax, there we go. So what kind of area are we exploring this time? So it looks like... Okay. I also actually wonder how long is Assassin's Creed Rogue? Okay, so this one's like 10 and a half hours. Which makes it like on the shorter end of the mainline games.
We only have one lead, Shay. Let's hope it brings us closer to the artifacts.
So Achilles tasked you with this mission?
No. He tasked me to task you. We need to find what was stolen from Macandal, Shay. You have to recover the precursor box of manuscript. This is your mission.
And what's yours?
You watch your arse.
Achilles doesn't really trust me, does he?
Give it time, Shay. Do this for him. For us. And you'll do much more than earn his trust.
Liam, do you know what Achilles writes about? I see him in his office all the time, bent over his papers.
He keeps records and accounts, studies what little is known about the Pieces of Eden. And of course, he corresponds with assassins on other continents.
Of course. Liam, you could be a right horse's arse when it comes to assuming everyone knows the same as you.
I cannot help if Achilles wants me to be familiar with our counterparts in Europe and elsewhere.
Said like his favorite son.
Connor's his favorite and only son.
Then Achilles is heir. Connor may inherit the house, but you'll be mentor.
We'll see.
Whatever you say, Prince Regent of the Assassins.
You call me that again, I'll throw you in the ocean.
So this also means we're gonna get to see some of that background and I'm very interested to see how that goes. It was like, so we get to see the background of Achilles' kid and whatnot. I can already tell this is gonna be something, especially for just kind of like connecting the past couple of games together too. Let's say Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy. Tinker, Sailor, Soldier, Spy.
Trust me, you will sell those lobster by the ton in France. Ah, the cabbage farmers return. About time. We have a lead on that curious manuscript.
I'd be surprised if you can read it.
No one can read it, imbecile. This is why the Templar are taking so long with it. But one of our allies has caught a glimpse of their work.
A pirate?
A spy who worked with the pirate. We set sail for Anticosti. That should prove a good test for this floating cesspit you call a ship.
Yeah, you always got something to say about my
How trustworthy are the pirates?
my ship, huh?
I consider them brothers, Shay. When the time comes, they will lend aid and help us fight the Templars. If only the roast beef would realize the Templars were pulling their strings.
Are the Templars truly in control in the colonies?
Not quite, but their influence reaches far and wide.
And what about the spy we're meeting?
You need not worry about Le Chasseur. He is loyal to the Brotherhood. As it happens, he also has friends in both the French and English fleets. And he knows more about what goes on in these parts than you can ever hope to learn.
So Liam, what can you tell me about Adewale? You obviously admire the man.
Aye. I had the honor of working with him once. I've never known anyone who'd done so much for our cause. But it's much more than that.
Adewale was already a legend before joining the Brotherhood. He was a pirate. The scourge of the West Indies. Rubbing elbows with the likes of Blackbeard, Woodes Rogers, and Gallico Jack Rackham.
It's so fun because we know that's the truth. It's not just like legends.
Should be nearby, Captain.
I always like stuff like that where it's just like, oh yeah, we can actually like completely validate all of these claims.
There, Captain. An English vessel, and she looks to be in trouble.
That's fine indeed. Perhaps we should aid her journey to the bottom of the sea.
And let's not be too hasty. She's full of crown cargo. Take a look through your spyglass and see for yourself.
Pretty sight. I say this is a good day to light it.
Be careful. A few shots should be enough to cripple her. Too much damage and she'll go down with all souls and all spoils.
We can board and loot her.
Not me, just immediately.
Don't want to sink her. Now's the time. Let's board her.
Immediately skipping the dialogue, basically, because
Show them what's for, Captain.
Come on, man. The spires are ours.
I was paying it because I'm like, oh yeah, I know how to do this already. Also, they took away the little sight cannons. I also don't think that the spyglass was on up before. I don't know why they would have changed that, but... Oh, alright, well. As per usual, just... Oh. Oh. Please. It's just so weird when they make choices like that. Because it's like, why change up the UI for a game that's meant to play the same? Because it's like, I already have a hard enough time remembering the buttons. It's not like... I was like, it's definitely not going to make it any better for me. Burning oil? I'm going to straight up salvage the ship. Okay. Don't mind if I do.
The sea between here and Anticosti is rough, Captain. We should strengthen the Morgan before going any further. There's a harbour master station nearby. I spend on new wealth and improvements.
I didn't realize there was a brotherhood in Haiti.
Yes. Francois McCandle is their mentor. He gathers many of his assassins from the Maroons.
Those are escaped slaves and their children, right?
They are. A shame, though. They escaped terrible conditions only to be killed in that earthquake.
But... Haiti's a French colony now.
Aye, it is.
And here, the assassins are helping King Louis. But in Haiti, the French own the slaves who are set free by the assassins.
Our struggle is beyond political borders, Shay.
Anticosti shouldn't be far. Keep us on course, Captain.
I was seeing, so I was like, this is the fun game of just kind of like putting everything that the assassins do into question. Which I think is reasonable. So it's funny because it was like, so that means, you know, he might actually share similar views as to, oh, well, I wanted the stuff off that ship. Didn't want you to completely destroy it, but okay. Oh, are you gonna snipe this one from me too? Oh. There we go. We'll at least get one for out of the three then. Take care of you. Take care of you. There you go. And we got challenge unlocked as well. Oh, we'll salvage. It's fine. Also, a weird choice to have it default the camera viewpoint to looking the exact opposite direction of where you're actually going.
Catch some wind. Loose all and trim sharp to the wind.
Again, it's always that fun thing where it's like, I wonder what makes them make decisions like that. Because it was like instantly from just jumping from one game to the next, I was like, I can tell when they change stuff like that, and then they're like, this doesn't make any sense. And of course, I spent, you know, a couple dozen hours on the last one, so I had gotten used to it, and now...
Is this the place? I see nothing but fishermen and their gear.
Aye, per se and fishing go hand in hand. But it will serve our purposes well enough. The French fish these waters first, but King George is laying claim to more every year. The locals are caught in the middle.
Upgrade your ship at the Harbor Masters. I think I can do that for you.
Douse all but maids!
Also weird seeing all these things we visit and I like progress further. Ship upgrades. Okay. Think I know how this goes. Also, are we going to be forced to come here to do ship upgrades? So I need you and you. So there's fire on the sea. Okay. Pickle gun strength. Ah, okay. So we have to unlock that by just getting through. Oh, did I say pickle gun? That says puckle gun. Ah, so it's tobacco. Gonna be one of our main things we sell in this. Okay.
Run bit of business, that.
Sail to the fort. How gonna cost you? Oh. On the bright side, it is running more stable now, so.
To Anticosti, Captain.
Indeed. The chasseur is waiting for us.
The sea between here and Anticosti is rough, Captain. The Morrigan seems sturdy enough for the challenge.
Oh yeah, don't worry about it. You got a seasoned captain at the helm as well.
Some sort of cargo there, sir.
Ships ahoy!
More fishermen
Ships
from
ahoy?
Perse.
I didn't realize they had cookies back then.
Enemy ships! They're sinking the fishing boats!
You must believe those fishermen strayed into their waters.
Scoundrels must pay! And would you look at that? Standing right in our way to Anticosti. What say you? We sink every last one of them?
For once, I find myself agreeing with you, Shay.
Stranger things have happened.
Move! Ready to fire, sir!
Yeah, I think we can get our optional. Also, that ship literally has no health in it, so it's like, ah. Oh, I ran into it at least, so. They're firing, sir. Breaking up, ash and dust.
That's the last of them.
Then let us go on.
Not too far from Anticosti Island now.
Will your friend the spy be waiting for us?
Yes. I hope the chasseur has more information about the manuscript.
Maybe
That's funny. They also just ran headfirst into
Maybe
the
I'm Emperor of Rome.
coast over here.
Caesar.
Alright, well.
Salt hair, open skies. A man out on the ocean is as free as a man can be. What do you say, Liam?
We're out here for a reason, Shay. Mind your duty.
Well, what's the point of freedom if you cannot breathe deep and enjoy it?
The Templars stick to this continent like tar. I won't feel liberated until we pry them off.
Seems to me we should just talk to them like men, instead of skulking around.
And would you smile and wish them a good day as they lay their boot on your neck?
Of course not.
They're murderous bastards who want to control the world and everyone in it. Never forget.
There it is. Anticosti. The chasseur should
AC,
be
huh?
there. And with any luck, he will know where to find that manuscript.
It's like, what are the odds? An entire AC city.
Can't be far now.
Reef on,
Stop the ship here, Captain. We've arrived at Anticosti Island.
Go on ahead, Shay. We will meet you at the fort.
Yeah, what did I run aground into when... You know what? Okay. We're not gonna ask any questions. Again, some more weird choices, but who am I to say anything?
Let me see. That's not rum.
Into the V?
So, Louis Joseph, how goes the fur trade?
Not well enough to put beef on my family's plates.
If you want beef, raid more British brigs. They're loaded down with barrels.
Oh, yes. Their Irish farms yield much meat, don't they? But that is smart management. Far better than the locals could do.
Take a look at this.
Ahoy!
I borrowed these plans from a Royal Navy ship of the line. They are like nothing I have ever seen.
Good. We could use some more powerful weapons. Le Chasseur, allow me to present our associate, Shay Cormac.
Gentlemen, I have news. On this same ship, I spied the manuscript you seek. It was written in an exotic language I did not recognize and was full of drawings, plants, and animals out of an opium dream.
Were there no charts, no maps?
No. There may have been some kind of code, but neither I nor the roast beefs could ken
Where's
it.
the manuscript now?
The man who brought it said a man named Washington sent him.
I know that name. He's an important Templar, isn't he?
He is. Lawrence Washington has great ambitions that Templars have helped fulfill. Shay, let's return and find him. You, sir, have our thanks.
Take a nice pat on the shoulder as thanks. And we got all the optional, don't mind if I do. And I really like this memory. Alright. What is that? Viking sword. Me has the option for saving citizens, and I'm like, but there's a sword over here that I should pay attention to. If not a sword, I'm assuming like a
good
piece.
catch.
Could this serve as the location of the lost Viking treasure? Okay. Wow. That guy didn't like me being around at all, I guess. I'll see if I can free these people real quick. Because we're low on crew, so I could definitely use some.
I do not know what I would have done without you, kind sir.
Well, I guess that kind of worked. Although that's not working. Okay. I'm interested to see how I feel about this game. Because, like, I hope that it ends up being at least a good chunk of fun. Because I definitely want to know... I want to know more about the Templar side of things. I think after having spent enough time messing with it, I think it's a cool idea to actually, like, give you an opportunity to learn and do stuff. I do think it's interesting that all of the UI is blue instead of the normal yellow. I wonder if there's a specific reason for that, or if they just went for a different color scheme because of the area we're in. Who knows? Certainly not me. Because I know very little at pretty much all times, and that's okay. Part of life is accepting that you may not know everything, but you can at least try to know everything that you can. There's also all sorts of other, like, weird symbols I've never seen. Okay. Ah. You know, while the good spirit worked in the light, the evil spirit did mischief within the shadows. Okay. See, and I was like, so it's going to be stuff that's relating to the first people, the... Oh. Like, Juno and other such people.
Washington docks his arse.
Liam, you're finally getting into the spirit of things.
Me getting into the spirit of things? No. Bright side, we do have the option to upgrade from in here again, which is nice because I don't want to go through all that work to do it in other things. Icebreaker ram. So we'll get those at some point. Okay. Well, I think this is a good place to call it. So thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun jazz. And I will see you in the next one.